Hey, badass crew, Jennie Bellinger here. I was recently introduced to a new video service that has made my life and my business so much easier. It's called Vidyard. You can go check it out at vidyard.com/badass. Once I created my free account, it walked me through how to use it step by step. Before I go any further, though, let me tell you how using Vidyard has helped me. It's helped me create videos to connect with my clients, referral partners, and my own team really easily. They also make it simple to share that video via email, social media, or embedded into a website. The thing that I'm most excited about, though, is when someone watches my video, I know it right away and I know how much of the video they watched. Now, Vidyard knows that trying to remember coupon codes is a real pain, so there's no promo code needed. They are offering this basic service for free to you, my badass crew. Just go to vidyard.com/badass. Again, vidyard.com/badass, vidyard.com/badass. Go sign up for your free account today.
Welcome to the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Podcast with your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger. Badass Direct Sales Mastery is a podcast for rock star direct sales moms who are determined to make their business kick ass. Jennie will share her knowledge of effective sales and recruiting techniques, tips to get what you want from your business, and will interview direct sales professionals and leaders from various companies. The interviews will give insight to how these rock stars got to where they are and where they plan to grow in the future. And now, the direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger.
Welcome back to another episode of Badass Direct Sales Mastery. I'm your host, Jennie Bellinger, your direct sales dom, helping you whip your business into shape. Today's episode is The Answer is Always No. I felt nauseous as I clicked the send button. I had just sent a request to the author who had made a huge impact on my life, Jack Canfield. If you don't know the name, or maybe it sounds familiar, he is best known for the Chicken Soup for the Soul book series, as well as a featured contributor to The Secret Book and documentary. But the book he wrote that had the biggest impact on me was The Success Principles. I read that book in 2013. It was a true life changer for me. Since then, I've reread the book at least 2 times. I plan to reread it at the end of this year before I start my planning for next year. And this time, I'll be using the new workbook he just published to go with it. Anyway, I was planning my very first virtual summit earlier this year. As I was talking things through with my favorite sounding board, my boyfriend, Marcel, I realized that if I were coaching someone else on their own summit, I'd encourage them to ask their own heroes, mentors, and big names to be a speaker. A technique that I actually learned from Jack Canfield himself. One of the success principles is ask, ask, ask. Don't be afraid to ask. The worst thing that can happen is they say no. But they might say yes. But if you don't ask, the answer is always no. And I have good news for you. I actually got Jack Canfield. I interviewed him on February 12th, 2021 to pre-record his summit interview. Jack said yes. I mean, I'm still surprised at that. When I got that email, I squealed, I jumped up and down. I might have even cried a little. I honestly don't recall because I was on cloud 9. Until he showed up on the Zoom screen, though, I was a little nervous that I had dreamed it all up. Luckily, it was all real. And you know what? He was even more awesome to talk with than I had hoped he'd be. Do you want to know what's even better than that, though? For the past 6 months, I've had podcast hosts, summit hosts, and event planners reaching out to me that this inspired them to do the same. My good friend, mentor, and podcast host, Doug Sandler, reached out to Tom Ziglar, Zig Ziglar's son, and he got the interview. My best friend, Virginia Mooskies, also known as the Referral Diva, doubled down and invited 2 huge names to her recent six-figure success summit and got both Dr. Ivan Meisner, who is the founder of BNI, and Jordan Adler, the top earner from a network marketing company and author of Beach Money. Now, I'm not saying that you need to start your own summit or podcast. What I am encouraging you to do is stop being afraid to ask. Had I been afraid to ask one question back in 2010, my entire direct sales career would have never started. If I had been too afraid to ask for support from my friends and family when I started my business, I wouldn't be here today. But I got really ballsy with my asks after reading Jack Canfield's Success Principles. I started asking people that I respected and looked up to mentor me. I asked some of them to look at my business opportunity. Some said yes, some said no. I had expected the no's. The yeses were a pleasant surprise. So who do you want to ask? What are you going to ask them? What's in it for them? These are just a few questions you should ask yourself first and have those answers ready, and then go ask them. Speaking of asking, have you signed up for the 4 Keys to Unlock Direct Sales Success webinar? During this complimentary webinar, I'll share with you some great verbiage that you can use in your future asks. Just click the link in the show notes to sign up. It's free, easy, and it takes just 30 seconds. The website is badassdirectsalesmastery.com/keys. Again, that's badassdirectsalesmastery.com/keys. Thanks for listening today. And make sure you stay tuned because there's another badass episode on its way.
Thanks for listening to the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Podcast with your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger. Why are you waiting to go to badassdirectsalesmastery.com? Don't make the dom get her whip. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to share it with another rock star that you know in direct sales after you subscribe to the podcast so you won't miss any future episodes. You can also check out the show notes for links and any contact information mentioned in today's episode. We'll see you next time.